Come on, let go of this. So I think I'm going to fast these next 2 days. Not to lose weight, because I told you. You don't really want to fast if you think it's going to lose weight, because you don't. You lose weight, but then you know what I mean? It just, I'm going to do it to reset. Because I've been eating some junk food and whatnot, you know. I'm gonna fast to reset. I spoke with Joe for 4.5 hours last night. It was a good conversation. The other day, he actually recommended, he's like, you should set up a GoFundMe page. Isn't that what people do? He doesn't, know about all that shit or whatever, but he's like, people do that. You should do that. The next 2 days, I'm definitely going to finish the last thing regarding my, so Omar can sleep, Omar and I can sleep in that room again. He bugs me too much when we're on this couch. Maybe because he's close to the kitchen, or I don't know, but he'll bug me and want to be eating when it's like 2 in the morning, it's not time to eat. Today I just ignored him. But he wanted eating later because he kept bugging me way too soon. I just ignored him. I'm tired of sleeping on this couch, though. I'm sure he is, too. He doesn't care. I do. Come on, under the covers. Come on. Of course, I've been walking to the library and back every fucking day, and so, then I come home and crash. I haven't had time to finish the last little bit of doing my room. librarian I liked a lot out of all of them that was there for years is gone. Who knows why? Library knows I was gone. They know me by name there. They know I was gone from there for a long time. So of course they would never imagine what's going on. They probably just think, you know, her computer broke and she doesn't have the money to fix it or something. They know I walk, so they probably know they probably suspect I'm poor. Plus, if I'm going there during the day, I'm not working, you know, so. Again, I understand them not wanting me to go past the time. But I'm not in there putting on makeup. I was actually going to the bathroom and I was there, you know. But don't be passive aggressive about it, you know. Can't you just say, we're going to start locking the bathroom at such and such time, not do it for the first time ever and then, you know. And again, it's not like I'm in there like past 10 past. Once it was a few minutes, like 3 minutes past, but all the other times I was out in time. According to their clock, and like I said, when they did that to me last night, it was, I said it's 5 of, and she goes, it's 2 of, and we don't get paid past 5 o'clock. It wasn't 2 of, maybe by her watch, it was 5 of by the clock, and then I just gave her a look. Basically, you're a fucking bitch, look, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna argue with you, of course. I need to go to this library. Believe me, I'm not. There have been times that I wasn't the last one in there, and there have been people doing last-minute printing and all kinds of crap, you know. I just don't like passive-aggressive bullshit. You know, I wasn't trying to rush in right before. It was 5 minutes of, and they had locked the door, and that pisses me off. They never done that. I'm just making a point. It's not like I go there and I'm there after the time every single night. There's nothing wrong with walking out right when they're closing. If they are going by a different time than is actually the real time, which is my cell phone time, you know, it's not my problem. And actually I was chatting with one of the librarians, otherwise I would have gone into the bathroom sooner. I could stop at the store, actually, if I go, I could stop at more than one store to go to the bathroom. That's not the problem. You know, but I said, I don't take advantage. Taking advantage would be like walking out of there at 5 after every night or something. But I was chatting with the librarian, so. Now I know that's what you know, instead of just being up front with me, so now I'll make sure I'm always in the goddamn bathroom by 10 minutes up. they couldn't even fathom the degree to which I didn't have to. I wish I didn't have to be going back to their library. Like I said, my only recourse in this friggin' existence is to, is to expose Auntie, to expose the truth. If that means walking in the freezing cold or inclement weather 5 miles a day, that's what I'm gonna do. But you know how that goes. I went to a different library and got out later. I had to go to the bathroom, but it turned out that I was going by a lot of times the computer clocks, the library clocks are all different. You know what I mean? So they can't really blame someone. And like I said, I'm hardly the only one in any place, like something that's closed and it's been there after, a minute or two after. It's not like I intentionally walk in the bathroom right before they're closing every night and stay 10 minutes after something. No. There are times, and I'm not putting on makeup, there are times I've gone in there at 10 minutes before they're closing and had to go to the bathroom. What are you going to do? I didn't like it any more than they did. But I don't do it all the time. I wish people could be upfront instead of the passive-aggressive bullshit. Obviously, they were sending a message last night instead of just being upfront, We're going to start, locking this bathroom at whatever, so you need to get in there beforehand, okay? That's cool. I'm not going to be upset at that. But passive-aggressive bullshit's 5 of, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. I had chatted with the librarian, which I shouldn't have done, but then, oh, it's locked. I said it's 5 of. They go, it's 2 of, and we don't get paid past 5, is what the little bitch said. And I just gave her a look. I just gave her a look because, I hate passive. She should have just been up front with me. Because I had logged off the computer in plenty of time. I just was chatting with the librarian. Because I knew I had time, supposedly. And a lot of times I am the last one out of there, but again, not after they're closing, like right when they're closing. Which, you know, people all over the friggin' country go to libraries or any place like that, you know, get out right when it's closed. Believe me, they don't all march out the door right at that time. How I know that is because I've got outside before and was getting my stuff together, my Walkman and whatnot, and, you know, they don't all, you know, we don't get paid past 5, yeah, and I've seen plenty of times where I'm sitting out here and you don't all march out right on the dot at 5 o'clock, okay? So it's not the end of the world if once in a while I'm, you know, in the bathroom like a minute after or something. But now that they pulled this passive-aggressive bullshit, I'll make sure that I get to the bathroom before. God help me or anyone if we were ever sick, you know. World would come to an end instead of them showing compassion. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying that that would happen, but anything can happen in this life. I've had that fear before, but fortunately for me, I don't tend to get sick, so. Sometimes, like any of you, it would take longer in the bathroom than intentionally. Joe and I were talking about, you know, how nothing will surprise us. Like, people, so many people are just brain dead, and like they only, you know, they can't, and all these people that these call it, they can't deal with Trump being president. They need their safe spaces and play with Play-Doh and all stuffed animals and all this crap. And but anyway, if anything major happened in this world, like in our country and whatnot, Joe and I were talking about, yeah, it's not that it wouldn't affect us. Like, say the economy collapses, you know. Joe gave an example, like your aunt. What if suddenly she's just, you know, all her money was gone and the economy and everything. She would just, someone like her would just be, and multiply her by millions or whatever, would just be running around like screaming in the streets. They wouldn't be able to believe what had happened. Whereas Joe and I, anything happens, we won't be surprised. There's nothing that could happen that would surprise me, even if an alien extraterrestrial ship landed. I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing about this existence will surprise me ever. Not to say it won't devastate me, but it won't surprise me. And And this that it's happened to me, yeah, it makes me sick. It fills me with absolute sorrow. But am I surprised? Puh. Nothing surprises me about this life or anything. Nothing. Joe says they're already preparing total chaos. So Trump gets into office, when he steps in, they're trying to make it so it's just, it's gonna be bombarded with everything and just be so overwhelmed and whatnot. That's what they're trying to do to him. Trying to disrupt everything. I obviously won't be able to watch the the inauguration thing. I don't know if maybe Joe will watch it. And we discussed, we went way back in time to when Joe was in his 20s, and, told you, he's a musician a long time, but he's a musician, like a lot of musicians that are really talented, that never made it. Lots of talented musicians never make it in this existence, but he was in bands that almost made it. Things got fucked up. Something was, they had a really good band. They even have a song on a compilation album somewhere, and I could still find him out online on his old band here, if I went to do it. And then one of the bands he was in almost got signed, but one of the band members, was being, for lack of a better word, was kind of fucked up and ruined it for them, and the band broke up, and, So Joe came close to having things happen, and then he moved here, to be, Boston, where he could have more, whatever, and he played out. He used to be one of those that played down in the train stations, and, played solo gigs. I was having him I knew all this, I was having him refresh my memory just to talk about something besides how fucked up this, everything is, because Hillary was supposed to get in and the globalists are pissed, and so in his Lose Yourself song, Eminem, forget his real name, I looked it up before, just forget it, but anyway, he says, as we head toward a new world order, make me king, whatever it is. He's mentioning shit like that. He's probably aware of it. As we head toward a new world order, Omar. 10-year-old old man hug, half blind. Joe and I don't discuss Omar because, as I said, Joe's someone who's practical, and he would tell me, you know, he said it before, you know, get rid of the dog, you can get another one. But that's someone who doesn't understand. I don't condemn him for that. Everyone has their own way of looking at things. Animals aren't stupid. You know what I mean? They adapt. But Elmer knows. Like I could say grandma. He knows grandma. He doesn't understand what grandma is. But he knows that grandma was around and now she's not. He knows. Like in 2012 when grandma was the only one, he had to adapt, and he, you know, but he knew that me and Donald weren't around. Can't give him up, because that makes me a goddamn fool. Well, you know, especially if something happens, you know, save up my little piddly $1,000 a month, and then something happens to Omar, and you know, sucks. I left messages for the woman who takes care of Angel yesterday. I said, and I'm going to talk to her directly. I'm like, I'm sorry, you know this isn't my fault though, you know. I was trying to do the right thing, do right by Angel. I know you're not even planning on keeping her, and put it this way, I don't think they would have gone out and shelled out the $400. Remember, I used to think that they were going to keep Angel and left. I was, but paying that bought time for them to not have to pay anything. They already have enough food that I bought recently. The food she eats, the special expensive food for her stones. And buy time for them to find her a good home. She, the husband, the woman takes care of Angel. The husband said to her, technically we're not responsible for this, for Angel. We could just turn her over to Auntie, And obviously, she doesn't want to do that. The woman they are not keeping Angel because of the expense. That's the bottom line. So I doubt they would have shelled out that $400 that I shelled out with my mom's money again. She has plenty of money. And now the goddamn check's bounced. And that is so embarrassing, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with that. But it was just too soon. They hadn't even done anything with those. They a lot of times don't do. I've seen in the past, Why haven't they got in touch? I have to talk to Angel's foster mom today and see what she thinks. It's been 3 weeks. Why have they have to have known the check's bounced. Why didn't they get in touch with me? Via mail. They don't have my phone number because I change it all the time, as you know. Unless they got in touch with... I'll have to find out. Unless they got in touch with my mom instead. I'll have to find out what happened. They know that it was for Angel, who's my mom's dog. Just because I signed the check, maybe they got in touch with my mom. Maybe Auntie paid the bill. I don't know. I just know it's been 3 weeks, and I didn't know until yesterday that this account was even closed. Maybe Auntie paid the goddamn bill. Again, it was for Angel. It wasn't for Omar. Only thing was Omar was half of a 12-pack of HeartGuard Plus. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to get a $12 rebate, and I don't know. I might have missed the deadline on that too. Who knows? I'm trying to do too much. Oh, well, just trying to keep my own fucking fragile sanity intact. Yeah, maybe it got sent, because I can't imagine. I mean, I could see. Or maybe they've just been contacting my mom or sending out stuff to her. I remember it's being forwarded, so. And it's being ignored, I don't know. All I know is they do know. Just because I signed the fucking check. My mom's name's the first one on the check. And they know that Angel's my mom's dog, not mine. They know Omar's mine. So maybe Auntie took care of it, or I don't know. We've got to find out now, right? Like I said, I had thought all this time the damn account was open, and it was closed immediately. And for all these years, I mean, this library knows. In the very beginning, I was doing that. I was going there every day. Now, for all these years, I haven't been going there, except once in a while to get a book or a movie or something, you know. And now suddenly I'm back every day. Since they could have never imagined what really happened, they probably just think something happened to my computer and I can't afford to fix it. I'm sure that's what they probably think. Because they don't see me printing. They've seen other people come in. I have printed before, but they see other people. And the woman would say, yeah, my printer's on the fritz, or my printer's not working, or something, you know. But me, they see me sitting there all day long, hour after hour. Not even moving most of the time. Occasionally maybe getting up to go to the bathroom once. Yeah, it's so weird. To go from watching TV every day and having 24/7 access to a computer every day. Oh. And suddenly not having either one. I'm sure you guys can imagine how weird that must be for me. It said they took the fucking DVD player and didn't even have the remote. I decided not to watch TV anyway, but I would have had to, what was the point of that? My mom doesn't know how to use the fucking DVD player anyway. So if she wanted to watch any DVD, she'd have to ask the auntie to put them in for her. But they took the DVD player and didn't even take the remote, so they couldn't even use the DVD player. You know what I mean? And I could have fucking used it. You can have a DVD player with the TV without having cable. For all I know, I was back in the hospital. So, remember, Auntie gets paid on that apartment. Even my mom winds up in a mental hospital for 6 months. My mom's a product of this medical establishment, and Joe doesn't mince words. She's headed for the great beyond, most likely. Sooner rather than later. And she's gonna go there thinking that her daughter, who, Lord only knows, the more I hate Auntie and the more Auntie's gonna poison my mom against me or whatnot. I was gonna go thinking, it's just so sad. So sick. Not just sad, it's fucking beyond sick. I hope Joe's right about that divine justice thing. This all understandably makes me want to fucking puke.